Hi, I'm Sofia Bernardi, mindset and business coach supporting ambitious new and rising coaches to master their mindset, create an aligned and profitable strategy, and grow a six-figure business and beyond using the Rising Coach method. I built a $500,000 business by the age of 24, and in this podcast, I will teach you the psychology, strategy, and energetics to do the same. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome to Rising Coaches with Sofia Bernardi. This week's Quick Wins episode is 3 things I wish I knew before I ran my first event. Now, I want to start this episode by saying that I don't have regrets. I don't live by regrets in my life and in my business. And so whilst there's nothing I would change about my very first event or my second or my third or my 40th, that being said, if I had these 3 reminders when I first started, it would have been incredibly helpful. So I hope that if you're listening to this and you're yet to run an online event to grow your business, or maybe you have, but it didn't go so great and you are open to running another one, that I hope that these 3 reminders will really serve you today. There's a lot of things I could talk about when it comes to events. If you've been following the podcast or me for a while, you'll know that events is a really big part of what I do and how I've grown my business to well and truly over $1 million. And I credit a lot of my quote unquote success to the process of running online events because it attracts people, it nurtures them, and it converts them in the easiest and best and most enjoyable way possible. That being said, there's a lot to learn and there's a lot of things that I could talk about and cover. And, you know, there's a lot of things you've got to get right in order for it to work, just like anything that you want to master, of course. So please keep that in mind as well. But these are 3 things that I think are really beginner friendly and make a big difference. So number 1 is what you do in the lead up to the event actually really matters. Running the event itself is one really small piece of the puzzle. Everything you do before and during and after matters so incredibly much. But in particular, in the lead up is what I want to speak about, because a lot of coaches or service-based businesses that are running events for the first time, they sometimes don't really have that big of an audience, and they focus a lot on making the event really good. But what you need to know is if you don't have people coming to the event, that's going to affect the launch itself, no matter how incredible your event actually is. So having a process or simple strategies in place to attract people and to nurture those people as much as possible prior to the event is going to increase your show up rate and is going to increase, the overall outcome that you get, because they will be warmer. Yes, events warm people up incredibly well, but they still need to be warm enough that they even desire to come to an event of yours to begin with. So make sure that you have free resources, make sure that you show up consistently, make sure you talk about your event loudly and proudly as much as possible in the lead up to the event, so as many people as possible can register and therefore show up. So that's number 1. Number 2 is being organized with the whole launch is going to make the experience more enjoyable and less stressful. And the reason why I share this is because, like I said, whenever you do anything new for the first time, it's going to feel really overwhelming. And something I hear often on social media is people talking about how exhausting, launching is, and how tiring it is, and how stressful it is, and how overwhelming it is. But really, it's only overwhelming for people because they're focused on everything all at once, rather than being organized and having a proper plan in place. So if you're organized from the very beginning, at the best of your abilities, of course, and you'll get better every single time you do this, then the actual launch itself is going to be really enjoyable. I do not find launching stressful at all. I find it so much fun, and that's how I've been able to do it every single month for several years now. If it really was that unsustainable, I wouldn't be in a good place and I wouldn't be able to do that. But if I can sustain doing it most months in my business, then so can you if you're organized with a process to follow. That's not going to say you won't have stressful times. Of course, again, when you do something for the first time, it's just a little bit overwhelming, but if you can be as organized as you possibly can, it's going to allow you to be much more present. And then number 3, Something I wish I knew before I ran my first event is just how much your energy matters, how much your energy matters throughout the entire launch and during the event itself. That, you can be really nervous about what you're saying next, or whether your information is good enough, or whether your pitch is good enough, but actually your energy will speak louder than all of your words combined. So make sure that you're high energy, low attachment. Make sure that you're feeling good, that you're feeling confident, that you're in conviction and trust, and just having a lot of fun. Because if you're having fun, your audience is going to have fun. If you're happy, they're going to be happy. Whereas if you're really nervous and it's not that compelling or exciting to listen to, people are going to shut off. There's a billion things that people could be distracted by or entertained by, or where they can get their needs met, like TikTok or Reels or Instagram or other events. And so if you're not captivating the room with your energy and your expertise, you're going to lose people. And that's just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to energy. I'm also just talking about your health throughout a whole launch, because whilst it can be fun and enjoyable and not stressful, like I just mentioned, at the same time, the reason why that's the case for me is because I prioritize my energy. So I sleep 8 hours a night. I go to the gym, I go for walks, I hydrate myself, I put myself first, I have downtime, I have rest throughout launches. It's not just this go situation, which of course is gonna, deplete your energy. I really prioritize my energy because I know how important it is. So I hope that these 3 things are going to support you when it comes to your first or your next event. So in summary, what you do in the lead up to the event matters. Being organized with the whole launch is going to make it more enjoyable, and your energy matters so greatly. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you loved it, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast, and make sure you share it on your Instagram stories and tag me so I can give you a big thank you and maybe even a little gift as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in next week's episode. If you thoroughly enjoyed this episode, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button. Your support fuels our mission to bring you even more valuable content every week. It truly means the world to me. My promise to you is that if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I'll continue making incredible episodes such as this every week to help you to grow and scale your coaching business. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode.